It's almost 2:30 in the afternoon. This is Monday, March 21st, 2022. 22, yeah. Yeah, bingo. I got it. Beautiful day. A little bit, crispy cold. I didn't leave my crumbs. No, I didn't leave nothing. No. A little too cold, but last week they said it was gonna be 50 degrees like today, and it was like 80 degrees. It was extremely, extremely humid, and I was like, shoot, I really did not want to have, be wearing pants and boots and all that. But I'm grateful that, the sky, you know, it's not as clear like it used to be, but it is what it is. Let me show you a little bit. You see how low the planes fly now? After the lockdown, they started flying really low. They say it's because of the 5G. I don't know. I don't even know if it's true. Uh, whatever. Whatever. It's funny that there's only one fire truck. There's usually like two or three. It's a small fire. I'm so nosy. Yeah, I gotta question everything. Like those three military helicopters that just went by. I was like, I gotta ask Eric Adams, why is he throwing military helicopters? And I think it's just because they wanna they wanna create panic. They wanna create like wow, because that's in the back of the head. Even if people they don't think, there's people. I don't think that's the people would like immediately think about like, oh, why am I seeing military helicopters in the middle of the Bronx? At 2 in the afternoon on a Monday. What is the danger? What is the you know because that shit is illegal. Unless there's any reason why would you display the military when we are already paying at least $12 billion a year for the NYPD. At least, because I don't know, this year I think they're gonna go to $20 billion budget, because every train station that you go to, you always see at least 3, 4, sometimes more, and they're having a party. They're telling jokes, with our money, the taxpayers' money, and especially on Sundays, as you go like, what the hell? Look at this. Shit is so scary. You believe that? If you go on the freeway, and then that color, you go to one of those truckers, the big trucks, the trailer. Speak of the trailer. Can you imagine? Like, I'll be terrified. They run me over and they don't even. You actually no, I haven't done it because it's so tiny. That should be like illegal. That should be like, okay, you're gonna drive one of those, but you're gonna paint it like fluorescent color, like really bright yellow, orange, so everybody can see you. Everybody can see you. Like, I don't know. It's a small town and you're staying there just in a small town. It's like a golf car. Imagine if you get a golf car and you're like, oh, I want to be in the city. But, corporations, they get past every law when they want to. If there's something that they want to do, They do it, you know, like the tainted windows in the cars that drive me cuckoo. That shit is like, come on, like, they're all like that, you see. You don't even know what's happening over there. And now the crazy part too is that the driver can lock the windows. The driver locked the windows, the doors. I'm sorry, the doors. Yeah, 61 degrees. I don't feel like 61 degrees. I'm freezing my ass. Look at that. It's not springtime yet. It's springtime come tomorrow. But I don't know. It's too cold for 60 degrees. But that's what they say. If the weather people say that, we all must obey, right? Anyway, so I even lost my train of thought. Yeah, the tainted windows. Look at that. That is cray cray. Yeah, I mean, right now it's sunlight, but in the evening, anybody can be passing by. I mean, not anybody. I mean, especially anybody who's always like me right now, that I'm in the phone. I mean, it's not the same because I'm not talking to no one. I'm still paying attention. But sometimes it's like they get absorbed in the discussion, that they want to, and they don't see. They don't see around. I mean, like, that shit is so scary. Just walking as if you're like in your house on the phone. That's why you see that all those. I'm not saying. Well, I should take that back. I take that back. That's why. But I'm sure that don't help to all those. The people, because there's a lot of missing men too. You see a lot of. A lot of the pictures, the posters, the little things that they put in the street, missing persons. I gotta wonder if that got anything to do with it. The fact that, that we are like, chit-chatting with somebody on the phone. But look at that. Becky says she's African, allegedly. Bitch, please. It's like, I'm not gonna say that there was not, pale people in Kemet, because in the 8th century, that's when, they had a major invasion. I think it was, it was the Euro-Asiatics, and that was the beginning of the decline of Kemet, that they call Egypt, because they had to find a solution, and unfortunately the solution was that, to get married. They married the Assyrians. I think it was Assyrians. I don't know. Sorry. They married. I forgot the camera was facing this way. Sorry. So they had to marry, these people, and that's how they insert the lineage. That's actually, they know that's one of the most effective tactics when they start, mixing their DNA. And that's across the board. That shit is across the board. Any country, you always find that their children are the ones that, somehow they rise to power, and they got a lot of power. They got a lot of power, those families, And most of them, I say like 9 out of 10 times, those are the casers. The casers that they've been doing that for, whoosh, I think thousands of years now, like 2,000 years, 3,000 years. I don't know. I don't know how long, but everywhere I can see, because the ones, the countries that I follow, I read a lot of African Twitter and Venezuelan Twitter, Dominican Twitter. Not Twitter, television media. I watch a lot of that media, and you always see they don't look nothing like the natives. They look like the Yemeni refugees. They look like the refugees from Yemen. You know, those are not the original Yemenis. Those are not the original Yemenis at all. Oh gosh, what the fuck they're doing here? In the middle of the street. I get on the middle of the street to avoid the circus over there. These chicken scaffolding has been here forever. They cannot finish it. So yeah, I can tell you, like, especially the media, when it comes to the media and politics, they all got white skin. Even in Africa, they're light skin. I mean, not to mention here in the United States, how that's broken. I was gonna get the little tubes where they sell the bud. I have 3 bags already of recyclables, so they know they don't have to buy. And that plastic is nasty, and I don't even think it's recyclable. The clear plastic, they make these little tubes. I don't think anything is recyclable. They're lying to us. They say, like, oh yeah, this is recyclable. And then, because I've seen documentaries, they say, yes, they are recyclable, but they don't recycle them because it's expensive. So you go like, what the fuck? Let me see. No, I'm gonna wait till the corner. They don't recycle because it's expensive. But I do my part. I separate all the trash. So people, they don't do it. That's none of my business. That's none of my business, at least, and I'm telling you, in 2 months, I gather plastic bags, which are supposed to be banned in New York City. The merchants are not supposed to give plastic bags no more. But it's the opposite. I see that they give like bags. And some of these bags, which for me, they're coveted because I use them for the cat litter. Oh shit! I have to go to the hardware store to buy them because after I have my surgery, I won't be able to do the cat litter. So hopefully, I'll find somebody that I can pay to change the cat litter, and to scoop the cat litter, It's not that you change it now you scoop it, which is amazing. Now anybody can have a kitty cat in their house, because when I was young, the scoopable cat litter was so expensive, If it wasn't because of Costco right now, I don't think I could buy it. So I had to buy the regular one. And that shit is a show. Because you gotta carry that to the to the garbage chute, and I'm talking about, you know, 20 pounds. So that was very, very uncomfortable for me to be like, you know, changing the entire cat litter. Oh, it felt like, you know, my cat litter is pretty big. I have 2 cats, so that was a lot. Now I just put them in one of these little bags and I take it to the chute, so it's not as heavy. Oh my God! Now I gotta pee. Are you serious? The coffee. That is green. What are those? Those are from the city. Oh, that's from the healthcare. Oh my God, that's all you see the businesses now. All the real businesses are shutting down. And what's gonna open in the place always? It's a pharmacy or a program. You know, that's another program, right? Health center clinics. That's the only thing they open. They don't open like, you know, a coffee shop, you know, you can go there, sit down, you know, talk to people. That's forbidden. In New York City, that shit is forbidden to open a place like that. That's only for whites. In my neighborhood, there's no coffee shops. There's no nothing. You can go like, hey, relax. Much less to have a sidewalk cafe. Such a tiny little bike. Imagine when it do the whatever they do. Wow. But guess what? They pay enough money so nobody tell them nothing. Because that's pollution. That's pollution. There's been a lot of, there used to be a lot of, you know, campaigns, you know, all noise pollutants and stuff like that, you know, and now they just came out of nowhere, the bikes. I'm like, so scary. And he had a little girl. That's what he was loading a little girl in the bike, in the back seat. Oh my God, I cannot get those. Can I get those? These are the tiny little ones, the little vials. The vials, because they're really vile and despicable. These are even good for condiments. You can put like, you know, whatever. I'm like a little girl in many aspects. Oh my God, how cute, the little containers. I always been like this. I wonder, you know, are they really that cheap? Because everybody throw them away instead of like saying, oh, I'm going to pile them up and I bring them to the bodega or whatever. Because it's legal. But it's legal. Wherever you bought it, you say like, hey, you know, I got this whole bag, all this shit that I've been buying you here. So you don't have to make more pollution. But I'm sure the manufacturers of the containers, they will be having a fit. They were like, oh, you cannot do that because our sales are going down. And we want to sell garbage and more garbage. The American way. Every time, you know, like all those recycling campaigns and save the planet and stuff that. And it's just a front.
Yeah.
It's just a front. It's nothing but, you know, a PR campaign. It's a PR move. Like, you know, oh yes, we're gonna be like, we're gonna be recycling, and that's the problem solved. And they always tell you that they're even looking for more materials, and they lie. They're shameless liars, because you know, like the potato bottled waters. That fucking bitch, I wanted to turn the phone like that. She's staring at me from over there. And she passed by and she was, I'm telling you, these thugs. Who the fuck raises these thug bitches for real, you know? And and people bought it, especially in the 90s. Like there was a whole industry. Oh, you have to buy the products that have, the green thing in the 90s. So in the 90s, that was all the rage. And then they have another label that is supposed to be ethically produced. And that was also, they also got exposed that it was the same shit. Except, these corporations was paying, for them to use the little label that it was ethically harvest or ethically whatever. I forgot. They had a name. I forgot. And the same thing with their recycling. They get away with like, I saw documentaries when they say, oh, the problem is being solved because now the containers are made of, potatoes. They make them with potatoes and they are much, much better than plastic. That's what they say, that they are much better than plastic. And then you go, and search about it, and they find plenty of documentaries exposing the hoax, that, people like Leonardo DiCaprio and all that fauna made documentaries, made like, industries all into like ethical ways of production, recycling material, recycling this, and during all this month I'm 56 years old. Next month I'm gonna be 57, so I did not get to be this age. Let me pick up this lighter. It's something. It's not filthy. I'm sure it's not good, but at least I'm gonna recycle it. It's one of my favorite colors. Yeah, it's gone. But that's a tough recycle because it got metal, it got plastic. I don't know why they put so many metal parts like that. So you gotta. Anyway, I shouldn't even been thinking about it. Uh-oh. Somebody just got pulled here or what? Oh. She left her backpack in the middle of the sidewalk. I thought, it's like, where's the girl? It's like, where's the girl? I see the backpack. And no, it turned out that she was probably talking to somebody. And I just thought about my baby brother when we was little, like, we went to the whatever, like the sports club, whatever. My father was splendid like that. He put us in the sports club. And he have gotten, roller skates for his birthday or something. And he left him in the middle of the stadium because there was a stadium where the soccer team rehearse. That's what the country club, the sports club was about. Our soccer team from my hometown. And he said, oh, but they know that they're mine. He said, we all was like, oh my God, poor thing. They all know those are mine, that they are my rollerblades. And the poor thing ran to the bleachers where he left his roller skates, and they was gone. Oh my God, I felt so bad. I don't remember if my dad bought him a new pair. I don't know. But he was like, every time he will get into some trend. He will get into some trend like one one week he wanted to be a bullfighter. The next week he wanted to be an action figure, action whatever. The next week he wanted to be a wrestler. He was a typical boy. I'm like, I remember I got shocked with my baby brother. It's like, I was like, I guess that's what a normal boy will do. Because I never did any of that. And you still have my parents and my family $1,000 for a dog. They lost a dog. And so for me, I felt like, wow, my baby brother makes me look really bad. I adore him and everything. It was not like that, but that was in the back of my head. Like, he was a normal boy. He was a normal boy, running all day. Oh my God. Sports was his shit. Like, he wanted to try even Screamer. If they bought a damn thing, he would have been playing Screamer. He was like, you name it. You name it. But, they enable him, and he grew up to get in trouble a lot because he was living a fantasy. He was allowed to pick one hobby after another. Never stuck to one thing. I don't know. He's okay. I hope he's okay now. I heard he's not drinking no more, which is good. I hope, he stayed that way. But that's how I knew what, not that